Imagine you are a data analyst at Amazon. The inventory system tracks every stock change, items added to the warehouse, items shipped to the customers. But something strange is happening. Some products show negative inventory, which is impossible in the real world. This means phantom stock, items were shipped that were never received. Your job: detect when and where inventory drift occurs. Let's first understand our data. Every row in the inventory events table is an event. In means inventory increases, out means inventory decreases. So as a first step, we are going to normalize the events into movements using a case statement. So case when event type is equal to in, then quantity, and when event type is equal to out, then -1 into quantity. So this will represent an out. Let's call it as inventory change. Execute. And we can see that the in events are marked with a positive inventory and the out events are marked with a negative inventory as inventory change. Now we are going to put this within a CTE and create another CTE on top of this, in which we are going to use window functions to calculate the running inventory. So select product ID, event time, event type, and quantity, inventory change. And then we are going to sum up the inventory change as a rolling sum by defining the partition on product ID and ordering by the event time. We are going to use the default partition, which is rows between unbounded preceding and current row. And let's call it as running stock. So this is going to give us the exact stock level after each event. Now let's write a SQL to detect the inventory drift. So select product ID, event time, event type, quantity, and our running stock from the above CTE. And now we're going to add a filter where running stock is less than 0. So you can see these particular rows or events where the running stock goes below 0. And these are identified as phantom stock. Now we are going to tweak this a little bit and make it a little more complicated by adding one more condition and confining our inventory drift to an end day window. So what we're going to change here is this thing remains the same because the movement has to be identified as in and out. Then in our running inventory calculation, we are going to confine this window to an end day interval. And since we could be having some missing dates in the sequence of events, and since we are doing it on SQL Server, we are going to use self-join to implement the date logic. So we are going to join between two instances of the inventory table on the product IDs. And the event time. And we're going to compare it against all the events which occurred before that particular event. And next, we are going to add the filter on the date day, that the date of the previous event should be within a 2-day window. So from the event day of the current row. And now, since we are aggregating the stock, we are going to group by all the remaining columns in the select statement. Put the correct aliases for the right instance. Everything else remains the same. Execute, and you will get these 3 events for which the running stock went negative in a 2-day sliding window. Change it to 4, and your results will change accordingly.